Rs579 Crore worldwide. That's not just a number, it's a record-shattering milestone. Saiyaara, the romantic drama of 2025, didn't just win hearts. It conquered the box office in ways nobody expected. But how exactly did this film, a love story in an era dominated by action-packed blockbusters and franchise films, cross nearly 600 crore worldwide? Today, we're diving deep into the story behind Saiyaara's unbelievable success. Before Saiyaara even hit the big screen, the buzz was electric. Director Mohit Suri had been working on the concept for over 7 years. Fans were already expecting an emotional, high-impact film, especially because of the music. The title track, Saiyaara, had trended across platforms weeks before release, creating a wave of nostalgia and curiosity. Marketing played a huge role here. From massive city billboards to digital-first campaigns on Instagram, YouTube, and even Snapchat filters, the film made sure everyone knew it was coming. By the time it premiered, pre-release bookings had already crossed Re20 crore in India. That's a massive sign of audience trust. Now let's talk about what truly fueled its box office run. The story. At its core, Saiyaara isn't just a love story. It's a layered tale about ambition, sacrifice, and the lengths people go for love. Audiences connected emotionally, and that's key. In a time when big action spectacles dominate theaters, Saiyaara reminded people why timeless romance still works. Couples, families, and even younger Gen Z audiences found something they could relate to. And once that emotional word of mouth kicked in, the ticket sales skyrocketed. Of course, you can't ignore the cast. The lead pair's chemistry became the talk of the town. Their performances weren't just praised by critics, they went viral on social media. Clips of emotional dialogues, behind-the-scenes bloopers, and song sequences trended daily on TikTok-style shorts. That virality brought free marketing. People weren't just buying tickets for the story, they wanted to experience the hype for themselves. Okay, let's get into the numbers, because let's be honest, that's what we're here for. Opening weekend, Rs78 crore worldwide. That's higher than some of the biggest action movies released in 2025. First week, Rs210 crore, fueled by repeat viewings and strong weekday occupancy. Second week, instead of dropping, it held steady, collecting another Rs140 crore. That's rare for Bollywood romances. By the end of its theatrical run, Saiyaara had crossed Rs579 crore worldwide. Out of this, Rs420 crore came from India, and the remaining Rs159 crore came from overseas markets, especially the Middle East, UK, and North America, where Bollywood love stories always do well. So, why did Saiyaara do so well internationally? Simple. The themes of love, heartbreak, and resilience are universal. Add to that the massive Indian diaspora, and you've got a winning formula. But here's the clever part. The filmmakers localized marketing campaigns. In Dubai, they hosted a desert premiere. In London, they collaborated with influencers. In Canada and the US, they focused on university campuses and South Asian communities. That targeted approach ensured the film never felt like it was just Bollywood only. It was global. Now let's talk about music. Because in Bollywood, music isn't just a side note, it's a driving force. The Saiyaara soundtrack dominated Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple charts for weeks. The title track alone racked up over 200 million views on YouTube in just a month. And when people fell in love with the music, guess what they did next? They went back to the theater to feel those songs in Dolby surround sound. That cycle of streaming boosting cinema sales played a huge role in hitting that Rs579 crore milestone. One of the smartest factors behind Saiyaara's success was its release timing. The film came out during a window with almost no major competitors. Big action films had already premiered, and family comedies were scheduled for later. This gave Saiyaara a clear runway at the box office. Add school holidays and Valentine's Day season into the mix, and suddenly, you've got couples flocking to theaters. Timing, as they say, is everything. Here's something fascinating. People didn't just watch Saiyaara once. Many returned 2 or even 3 times. Why? Because of its emotional pull and musical experience. On social media, fans shared stories like, "I went with my friends, then again with my family, and once more with my partner." That repeat value is rare today. but it's what pushed collections higher week after week. Culturally, the film reignited conversations about romance in cinema. For years, critics said love stories were dead. Saiyaara proved them wrong. Love still sells when told right. To put things in perspective, Saiyaara outperformed several star-studded action films released in the same year. Even big-banner thrillers couldn't match its longevity. In fact, when you compare lifetime earnings, Saiyaara is now among the top 10 highest-grossing Bollywood films of all time, and easily the #1 romantic drama. Even though its theatrical run has ended, Saiyaara is far from done making money. The film's digital streaming rights were reportedly sold to Netflix for a record-breaking amount. Plus, music royalties and TV rights will keep adding revenue for years, but beyond money, its legacy is already cemented. For many, Saiyaara became the film of 2025. A movie people will remember as the one that brought romance back to the spotlight. So, how did Saiyaara cross Rs 579 crore worldwide? A perfect storm of emotional storytelling, star power, viral music, smart marketing, and unbeatable timing. It wasn't just a movie, it was an event. What do you think? Did Saiyaara deserve to break records? Or do you think another film from 2025 was more worthy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more box office deep dives, and don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep watching movies and keep loving cinema.